Welcome, everybody, to Redacted on this Monday. Welcome to the show. I'm Clayton Morris.
I'm Natalie Morris.
And on this show, we tend to piss off the right and the left. Our only agenda is the truth here on the show. And we've got a lot of truth bombs to lay on you today because President Biden is out. But just moments ago, breaking news from the White House, a secret meeting. Could the president be on his way to fully resigning the presidency? An unbelievable past 24 hours with the president resigning, a coup basically within the Democratic Party. We're going to talk about all angles of this in a few minutes.
And we're not going to say I told you so, but I'll give this one to Clayton again. You did.
Yeah.
You said it. Yes, all along. So it's shocking, nevertheless.
I love when we did a whole deep dive on this months ago, and I outlined how this was going to happen, and people in the chat were like, comments were like, conspiracy theorists laughing. Well, okay.
All right. We're also going to talk about the latest in the Trump assassination. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, I just mentioned in my video yesterday that you even said Sunday, and then I was like, trust redacted. You said Sunday. Yes. This would happen.
There we go. Also, the Trump assassination, the investigation continues to unfold, but it's not really an investigation from any official sources because the government totally lacks curiosity on what happened there. Were there multiple shooters? What was the motivation of the shooter? They don't seem to care. Congress cares and people online care. So we're going to talk about what we know, who we can trust as that continues to unfold. Also, Benjamin Netanyahu set to address Congress this week. I feel like it's not a good time. Anybody else feel like this? We're a little busy.
No, because he's the real president of the United States, so he has to fly in and check on his children right now.
That's what it feels like. Yes. But at the same time, for the rest of us, we're like, look, both parties are having very important elections right now. We're a little busy, but we have time for Zelensky. We have time for Netanyahu, so we're going to take a look at that.
Yeah. We got a lot of news to get to on this Monday, so good to see all of you guys. Let us know where you're joining us from around the world. You can let us know here. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Rumble. We are live on X. So good to see all of you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend with your families. We've got a lot of news to get to here, so let's dive into it.
Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history. In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. In one term, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who have served 2 terms in office. And I first came to know President Biden through his son, Beau. We worked together as attorneys general in our states. And back then, Beau would often tell me stories about his dad. He would talk about the kind of father and the kind of man that Joe Biden is. The qualities that Beau revered in his father are the same qualities that I have seen every day in our president. His honesty, his integrity, his commitment to his faith and his family, his big heart, and his love, deep love of our country. And I am firsthand witness that every day our President Joe Biden fights for the American people, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for his service to our nation.
8:01 de la mañana eran esas sus primeras palabras ya en la carrera para la nominación demócrata que todo parece indicar, salvo sorpresa Obama, no Michelle, sino Barack, parece que le pone ya muy cerca de ser la candidata que se enfrente desde el lado demócrata a Donald Trump. Ahora mismo toda la especulación está alrededor de quién le acompañará. Eso sí, se está planteando que sea una opción de hombre y blanco para intentar también atraer a una parte del voto masculino en Estados Unidos. 8:02 de la mañana, Kamala Harris tiene cuerpo y medio en la nominación, cuando todo parecía indicar el fin de semana que iba a tener una dura competencia. La clave, 96 millones de dólares, que ahora mismo le ponen muy por delante. Otro candidato no puede tocar ese dinero demócrata, pero ella sí puede empezar ya a recoger ese efectivo y empezar a usarlo, lo que le deja cuerpo y medio por delante en la carrera. Nancy Pelosi cedió ayer. Barack Obama sigue callado, a la espera de ver si llega el apoyo final de Barack Obama o Michelle Obama va a la confrontación para intentar ser candidata para pelear con Donald Trump en la carrera presidencial en Estados Unidos. 8:02 de la mañana, el mercado hoy bajista, muy poco, en los futuros americanos, marcando una recogida de lo que vimos ayer, un movimiento alcista que venía de recuperar parte del terreno de la semana pasada. El oro por debajo de $2.400. Empieza a cotizar el mercado la gran rotación. Vamos a verlo durante toda la mañana alrededor de cómo la figura de Kamala Harris va ganando cuerpo. Netanyahu y Biden, aunque Netanyahu llega hoy, no se va a ver con Biden, se retrasa al jueves la reunión entre los dos mandatarios, pero va a haber también a Kamala Harris y a Donald Trump. En Europa también ese balanceo entre intentar un acercamiento a los republicanos por si, como todo parece indicar en las encuestas, ganan las elecciones, pero con la esperanza puesta y la mano tendida a una Kamala Harris que desde Europa se percibe como una solución mejor para los intereses del viejo continente. 8:03 de la mañana, Trump sigue ganando.
Gauze on his ear, fist in the air, 2 nights removed from that attempt on his life, and there he was. For Donald Trump, what a moment. His big speech will come later this week. On this night, the symbolism was clear and powerful. He is undeterred, and in the view of so many in the arena, unstoppable. Earlier, as the convention got underway, on a certain level it looked like any other, celebratory, happily partisan, and noisy. But ask delegates on the floor about what happened to Trump on the weekend, and
I think it means President Trump's going to win and has to win. Look, they've tried to silence him, bankrupt him, jail him, and now kill him.
Biden is calling for unity. Is that possible? Is it an achievable? Should it be achieved? Can it be achieved at this point?
He can take his unity and shove it up his ass.
Indeed, at this convention, emotions are sky high. But there was also a job to do, to officially nominate Donald Trump as the Republican Party's candidate for the White House.
The great state of Nebraska.
The great state of California.
The great Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
State by state, the votes were tallied, with a delegate from Florida, Trump's son, Eric, putting him over the top.
For the greatest president that's ever lived, and that's Donald J. Trump, hereby declaring him the Republican nominee for President of the United States of America.
Nomination official, Trump's big reveal was his running mate, J.D. Vance, a first-term senator from Ohio, just 39 years old. He's a best-selling author and a fierce Trump loyalist. He's Trump's pick for the vice presidency. But Vance was also once a fierce Trump critic. In 2016, a self-described never-Trumper who called Trump an idiot, later saying that view was mistaken. And now here he is. Meanwhile, outside the security perimeter in Milwaukee, anti-Trumpers underlining ever more the seemingly unbridgeable political divide in this country.
We don't need a convicted criminal back in the White House. And sick and tired of it.
So, Paul, you mentioned there tonight that while people saw him this evening, it's in the next few days that they're expected to hear from him.
Yeah, notwithstanding his appearance here tonight, Adrian, the event of the week is indeed his speech on Thursday. The understanding is that he had a speech ready to go, and then came what happened in Pennsylvania on Saturday, and it has since gone through a rewrite. The expectation, I think it's fair to say, would have been that in that original draft, it was to take on Joe Biden and to go hard against Biden and his policies. The question now is, on the rewrite, will he soften? Will he try to lower the temperature? Will he heed those calls from outside this room for unity? We'll find out.
All right, Paul Hunter in Milwaukee.